You have to know that an orchestra or any group of musicians, they can play without a conductor. I am Maxime Pascal, I'm a conductor, and I work as a guest conductor with a lot of different orchestras around the world, but also with my own orchestra based in France and called Le Balcon. To be a conductor, you need to know very well the instruments, you need to know very well how it is to play an instrument in a group, in an orchestra or in a chamber group, so you have to be a bit experienced. I was first a violin player, but for an example, I chose to conduct because I found the violin too much difficult to play. It was really too much difficult for me, and it was more easy for me to conduct than to play an instrument. You don't need to be so good as an instrument player. It was my case. I was an instrument player, but not so good. There is many ways to become a conductor. You can, for an example, create your own group, your own orchestra, and become a conductor in that way. Or you can win competitions, international tournaments and competitions about conducting, and it can help you to become a professional conductor. And there is a third way to become a conductor. It's to become first an assistant of another conductor who is already in the game. in this world, and you can be an assistant and you can work with him. From my case, I learned a bit during my studies at the Conservatoire de Paris. I learned a bit the conducting, but I have created my own orchestra when I was a student, when I was only 20 years. And then a bit later I won an international competition, the one from the Salzburg Festspiele. And so from that point I became a conductor. So that's the three main ways to become a conductor. I learned mainly by myself. I should say that the musicians, they have sculpted my gestures. I don't know exactly what I do, I mean, visually with my hands, with my body. So it makes it very personal, and it's the same for all the conductors. It comes really from deeply inside you. You hear the music inside you, and the people, the musicians, they will read what you hear on in your hands, on your body, on your face, in your eyes. They will read everything you can hear. So that's why all the conductors are so different. And that's why it's possible to imitate a conductor, but it's not so easy, especially when you are a young conductor. When you try to find your inspiration doing a bit the same gestures as another conductor, it never goes well. It's never very relevant, because you have to find it by yourself. One of the most inspiring I have met and with whom I worked was Pierre Boulez. He was a conductor totally free, and it was possible with him, when he was conducting an orchestra, to feel that the musicians were totally free to do what they have to do. And I was very, very inspired by him. But I like many conductors also, like Claudio Abbado. There is a lot of mistakes you do when you become to be a conductor, when you conduct for the first times. It's not really a mistake, but it's the mainly point creating mistakes. It's you have to understand well why you are here. I mean, why you are in the position to conduct an orchestra. What is your role? Why you are here with the musicians? And when you understand that your role is to only serve the music and to help the people to give the best they can. They need to play together, they need to do music together, and you are here to help them. If you are not in this process, to just help the people to create the sound and the audience to hear that, what the composer wrote, you will do mistakes. So it's important just to find the right way, to be on the right road, on the right process, and it can help you to do the right things, I think. Before a concert, the time we spend to rehearse is very different depending on what we do. If we do just a concert, I mean in a concert hall with a symphonic orchestra, we will rehearse very few times, maybe 1, 2, 3 days before the concert. It will be very, very, very quick. If we play a music that was played a lot by the orchestra, and they know very well, and that everybody knows well, it will be also very quick. When we play new music, people, they don't know the music, we rehearse more. And if we do an opera, I mean a show with scenic things, the lights, the video, the movements, the costumes, it will take more time, especially for the singer, especially for the people on stage. So in that case, we work 1 month, sometimes 2 months before the shows to prepare all the people on stage, because we have to prepare the music, we have to prepare the movements, the scenography, the staging. So and after to bring together the orchestra, the chorus sometimes. So it's much longer. You have to know that an orchestra or any group of musicians, singers, they can play without a conductor. As I was saying, if the conductor disappears, you can hear the music. If the orchestra disappears, you cannot hear the music anymore. It will be much more difficult for the musicians to continue. If he disappears during an opera, it's possible to do without a conductor. It will be very difficult and very stressful, and so the conductor is there to just have the musicians and the artists comfortable. If the conductor disappears, the music is still here, but it's more difficult. Sometimes it's more easy. It depends on the conductor.